You want to know the only thing better than having one of you? It's having two of you. In today's video, we're going to show you how to get the most OP summon in the game that completely duplicates your character, skills, and everything that you have equipped when you summon the MiMic. It's stupidly overpowered, and you absolutely need to get one of these in Elden Ring. Now, like all incredibly powerful things in games, it's a little bit of a process to get, but I will be showing you exactly what you need to get this overpowered summon, and it's going to make Elden Ring so much more fun. Now, we do have to defeat Starscourge Radahn, and I'm going to go over a method to be able to cheese this boss so you can easily defeat it, which will unlock an AFK farming method for you, as well as the underground where we're going to get this summon. Now, I do have a separate video going far more in depth on how to take down Starscourge Radahn. If you want to check that out, I'll leave it linked in the description below. But essentially, we need to head into Caelid, following this road all the way down until you get to the Caelid Highway South. From here, you're going to head just a little bit farther south to the Cathedral of the Dragon Communion. From here, you're going to want to go to the altar, and you're going to want to pick up something called Rotten Breath. You're going to need to give this altar a dragon heart to be able to unlock it, but it is so good. Now, this particular spell causes Scarlet Rot, and all you need to do is hit Radahn 2 times in phase 1 with this to be able to take him down to half health, and then 2 times in phase 2 to be able to kill him. Now, before you go in, you're going to want to make sure that you have one of your incantation equipment, your finger seals, equipped on your right hand, so that way you can easily cast the spell when you need to. Now, you're also going to want to have a few of your flasks set for FP regen, and once you get inside, the main goal is to just not get hit. He's going to be shooting these purple arrows at you that you can dodge through or under, and then you're going to start reviving your fallen friends. So keep dodging these purple arrows, and you can also use the weapons that are in the field to be able to actually absorb one of the hits. Once you revive the big bull dude, he's going to start shooting arrows up in the air. You can actually just block these with your shield and then continue dodging the purple bolts or get completely blasted by one. Whatever your heart desires, just try not to die. It's okay if you get hit by 1 or 2 of them, but the shield does work really well for these arrows if you're very far away. We're going to revive this last friend over here to be able to be a healer. And then from here, we're going to hop on our horse. We're going to run in and pick up this last friend. And now we do have our finger seal equipped, and we have Rotten Breath ready to go. We're going to be patient and wait for an opening behind Radahn to run in and apply 1 level of this Rotten Breath. We need to apply 2 of them. So do it and then run away, because sometimes this will cause him to aggro you rather than the friends. And the goal is to just keep running from him until he starts focusing on your friends anymore. Basically, this is a game of sacrifice. We're sacrificing our friends to live. This is a game of patience. If you try and rush in too soon, you might just die. So there we go. He's aggroed his friends again, and what we can do now is just run in, get an opening behind him. We have to apply 2 levels in each phase. There's 2 phases to this fight, and each time we need to hit him with at least 2 rotten breaths. That's all we need to do is 2. Now that we've hit him with 2, he's actually taking damage every second. This is going to take him all the way into phase 2. And our main goal right here is to just keep running away until he disappears off the map. If at any point in time he starts just chasing you again, just keep running away, and once he hits about halfway health, or just below half, he's going to disappear. You'll hear the music get quieter, which means he's kind of vanished. You can run around and gather up your friends, but he's going to come like a freaking meteor out of the sky, and you just need to run away from the direction that he's falling in. He's going to hit the ground, and now you have entered phase 2. At this point in time, what I do is I just keep running away from him, making sure I revive all of our fallen friends, so that way they can be the focus of his hatred. I don't recommend running into him. He can easily one-shot you in this phase. If you keep running away from him kind of at an angle, then you shouldn't get hit by any of his ranged attacks or anything like that. But the main goal is just patience in this phase. I know it looks like he's almost dead, but he can go crazy in this particular one. There we go. Now he's focused on our friends, and this allows us to have an opening to apply our first level of Rotten Breath. Basically, when he disappears, it resets all the debuffs on him, so we have to reapply Rotten Breath. We hit him once, we're just going to run away very quickly and wait until we verify that he has aggroed our friends once again, which it looks like he has, but I'm just going to go around and make sure that we revive everything that we can. Because sometimes, even when he's aggroed your friends, if you run into him, he'll like charge at you and like, I don't even know what kind of attack it is. I've just died instantly. So I've learned at this phase 2 in particular, patience is very, very much key. I'm going to run around the edge of this here just to make sure there's no more friends. And then we're going to try and just come at him from the back and apply our last level of Rotten Breath, which should allow us to easily defeat Radahn. Now, to be able to unlock this particular MiMic, we're going to need to have a Stone Sword key. If you don't have one, you can buy them from the Twin Maidens here for 4,000 runes. We're only going to need one of them, and I happen to use all of mine, so I bought one for this. Once you defeat Starscourge Radahn, all we need to do is head over to the Fort Hythe West. And then from here, we're going to follow this road from the Site of Grace over to where these floating rocks are. We're just going to run along the edge of this until we can see these spots where we can start jumping down. And right about here, you can jump off this ledge and then double jump. Well, you don't really need to double jump because fall damage happens no matter what, whether you double jump or not, and just depending on the height that you fall. And we're just going to make our way down all of these rocks. Now, as you jump down this, make sure to not jump too far like I did, because you might die. Just need to kind of fall down onto this little ledge right here, and then onto this one. We're going to keep making our way down until we can get into the cave. And now we just need to run through here and make our way down all of these little steps. You can loot anything you want along the way. Just need to make sure we don't jump off the wrong side. Go. You don't want to fall all the way down to the bottom and die. From here, we just need to play, you know, hardcore Elden Ring house parkour, which seems to be a thing that we do a surprising amount in this game. We just need to run across all of these roofs. You can avoid literally everything along the way. You can loot whatever you want as you go through. And just jump across these houses. We're going to get to this building where we're then going to run across. Don't fall off the edge like I almost did. On this building, there's going to be a way to go across here, and then we're going to need to get in through this window right here. Now, you go to the edge just about here, and you can fall down onto this little platform, and then we're going to sprint across through this, in through this door, and there's going to be a Site of Grace that we can rest at. From this Site of Grace, we just need to head out into this courtyard. We're going to go through the little pathway in between this like archway. Once you get down through here, you're going to turn right, and there's going to be a big old boss that we have to fight in this next room. Now, on the other side of this boss is also going to be a Site of Grace that you can rest at. Now, depending on how strong you are, will depend on how strong this boss is. Now, if you're super weak, maybe this boss might not be so bad. And it's basically just an exact mimic of yourself. So yeah, just beat yourself to death, and then we can continue on with this process. I don't know why I'm struggling to talk today, but it is what it is. Upon defeating this boss, you will get a larval tier, which you can use for respecking, which is pretty awesome. Now, from that Site of Grace, we're just going to head north along the bridge, and we can finally ride Torrent, and you're going to see that little gap in the bridge. You're going to turn left down that gap, and we're just going to run along the side of this road. And along this dude sitting on top of the hill here, casting some kind of something that's probably super duper deadly. But if we run along through here, there's going to be a site of grace where we can rest. Next, I really hope you've been practicing your hardcore parkour, because we once again have to go through some precarious building hopping to be able to get to the next spot. We got to jump down onto this ledge here. And then we got to make our turn right around here. And then we need to jump from here down onto this ledge. Loot this dude. Then we got to jump from here onto this one. Make sure not to jump all the way off the edge there. Going to go right around through this. Down onto here. Jump across. Oh my god, I almost didn't make it. Told you, it's sketchy. Super duper sketchy. Then we got to run right through this onto this ledge. We're going to make this jump right here. I guess we don't have to jump, but we're going to run right across here and into this next room where we can then hop down. We're going to loot this dude because why not? Now, once you get into this hallway, there is going to be an imp statue where we're going to use that stone sword key. And then the other side of this fog is going to be... It's not a boss, and it's easily killed. I want to see if I can backstab it here. Boom! And now this fine NPC is guarding the treasure that we have come down here for. The elusive MiMic tier ashes. Now the MiMic tier ashes can be leveled up just like every other spirit, and it is a little expensive, but if you've been watching the previous rune farming videos, it's not that expensive at all.